Hello and welcome back everyone to another episode of Access Channel Comics, coming at you with a very wild but fun weekend coming off the heels of San Diego Comic-Con 2016. Very exciting news all over the place. It's been all over the web. I know all of you seen it, but as everyone must do on their YouTube web series, podcast, whatever, I must be no different. I must talk about it myself and do some reviews of everything that I saw. Did I attend Comic-Con 2016? No, I did not. I'm kicking myself, as I said in the last video right now, but that's something I definitely want to attend next year. I don't want to keep letting them pass me by. I've been to different Comic-Cons, but never the granddaddy of them all. But hey, I'm going to it. And I definitely want to make that first trip out there in 2017. But looking right here and focus on 2016, very exciting news for so many different things from DC, Marvel, and so many other things. So many great trailers. So I just want to get up and talk about it right now. And that is this. First off, I want to start off with talking about the DC trailers. Phenomenal. I want to just focus on this. There are a lot of things go back and forth. Who won between DC and Marvel? I'm the type of person like this. I don't want to get caught up in all of that. I just want to enjoy, have a good time. But I would admit there is great competition between these two companies, with these two labels. There's always been. But I love what is going on. They are both laying it down. I do think, though, DC, I was feeling what they did more, especially with their movie trailers. They really hit us with it in a good way. Same thing with Marvel most certainly did with their television. We'll get to that a little bit later. But first off, opening up, and that is with the Justice League footage. It's actually Justice League footage of a trailer, and well, I don't know if I said that correctly. It's the footage from Comic-Con. Similar to what they did with the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, that trailer that happened a couple of years ago. This was even greater. It was the Justice League. We got to come to recognize this. This could be the build-up to the greatest superhero movie ever made. And that's saying a lot. You got to think about all the great superhero movies that's been made. The Dark Knight, the Avengers, and many times it goes back and forth between those two. And a lot of times the Dark Knight wins on a poll of greatest superhero movie of all time. But the Justice League is something monumental, something special. Now, what I liked about this footage, to break this down, I really like how they opening up in this trailer. It's something a little bit unexpected. I like the music they had in it, and they show back in the time of when one of the mother bosses is getting buried. And if you've seen the crown on this, looks like a king's head. It looks phenomenal. And so you see the Amazons and looks like the Atlanteans. But when Bruce Wayne, you hear Bruce talking in that trailer. He's got the beard. Some time has passed since BVS. And, he's on, the hunt, putting together the team like he talked about in BVS. And when, he was talking about, he heard about this guy. He brings fish, food to the people. These people need help at night. And when Aquaman turns around, Jason Momoa's Aquaman, to face Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne, it was Arthur Curry, facing Bruce Wayne, to borrow a word from Aquaman in the comic books, TV shows, outrageous. I loved it. I love the way Jason Momoa's eyes look. Jason Momoa is another one of my favorites, just like Ben Affleck is. These two already, I see great chemistry with them. And when he picked Bruce up and slammed him on the thing, it's like, wow. I want people to understand something right there. Those are two powerhouse guys. Batman, a lot of time, is more known for his intellect more than brawn. But Bruce Wayne is a powerful man. Bruce Wayne can lift over 800 pounds. Like 1,000 pounds. He can lift a ton. Now, we're talking about Aquaman. He's a more super strength type guy. You got to remember that. But Bruce was showing him, he lifted up his hands, I'm not trying to fight you, I just want to talk. Trying to get some recruiting down. Now, I was really feeling the Aquaman thing. He's kind of reminded me of the way Aquaman was in Justice League Unlimited, the bad, the bad ASS, and I was really feeling that. But moving forward, they was talking about the team. It was really great. The thing, there's so many great moments to capture this trailer, but I finally got to see what it was talking about some almost a couple of months ago, some weeks ago, when they got the set visit, and that's the conversation between Bruce Wayne and Barry Allen. See, this is what I want people to understand. I can sort of see people understand them saying it was kind of like the Tony Stark scene they had with Peter Parker in Civil War. That is true, but understand this: Bruce Wayne and Barry Allen has always had a relationship like this. This is nothing really new, but it finally has hit on live action, and I really am feeling Ezra Miller's Barry Allen so far right off gate. I'm sold on him. I didn't know a lot about Ezra Miller. I did go back and look a little bit at his work. He is a very good actor. He's going to become what you would call a phenomenal actor. I like his Barry Allen. It's actually different from Grant Gustin. And anybody know me, I love Grant Gustin's portrayal of Barry Allen. Grant Gustin is more of a charming Barry Allen. Not necessarily the total ladies' man Barry Allen, but he's charming. Women find him cute. You know, he's kind of laid back, but he will get a little hyper. Ezra Miller's Barry Allen is funny, hyper, energetic. Says some of the funniest off the wall things where you just laugh at him. And I think that's a great thing. It's a mixture of Wally West in there if you really take a close look at it. And I think that is a great thing. They're separating themselves. What can I say about this trailer? Is it really sold? I love when Bruce threw the batarang to him, and with that look, you can tell from Ezra Miller's acting. This guy is Batman. You can tell right there they're following it very close to the mythology. Always remember, Barry Allen is got phenomenal powers, but he is still in awe when he hears about Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, characters like these. These are characters he kind of idolized. He can't believe I'm getting to work alongside with them or whatever. That's the type of Barry Allen. Go back and look at Justice League: The New Frontier, the animation, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That's the type of Barry Allen he's portraying, and I really loved it. I loved it when he said, I'm in, and Bruce like, you are? Bruce had to look like, finally, I'm going to get someone. And he was like, yeah, I need friends. He kind of looked to the left. Here's the deal, people. If anybody did not like that line, I got to be honest, what's wrong with you? And the reason why I'm saying is this: you have the right to your opinion, but this is what DC Comics is all about. DC Comics is a label. They're known for their dark and gritty, and they're keeping that in there. But they're getting back to basics, like Jeff Johns said. DC has been that symbolism of hopefulness, of goodness. And that's what they're getting back to. If you look at this kid, Barry Allen, he looks kind of to his left, say he needs friends. He was like, dang, I can't believe I just admitted that. Bruce Wayne understood it. This is a guy, think about it. He's the fastest man on earth. He really doesn't have time to slow down. He's going all over the place. You can imagine how lonely he feels sometimes. He feels so different. He can't really engage with anyone. Now, Bruce Wayne comes along. This is a guy he can engage with. Bruce, who better than Bruce Wayne? A guy who has raised Dick Grayson and some of the other people who he's raised, but at least Dick Grayson probably to this point, he can understand. He can take Barry under his wing. That is a phenomenal line, because there are a lot of people on this earth sometimes they need friends. They are lonely. People, they have a hard time relating to them. And when you take a look at characters like Barry Allen and Peter Parker, those are two characters who definitely feel that way. And they got something special in them, and they need a Bruce Wayne and a Tony Stark to really help bring that out of them. So bravo to this trailer. I just love this trailer, the footage, whatever you want to call it. I love it. And when you see him in the suits look phenomenal. You can tell the upgrades on the bat suit, and keep in mind he got some other suits coming. You can tell, and also the upgrades on the Flash suit. Wonder Woman's costume looks fabulous. The vibrant colors. Cyborg, I love the fact that it's a sleek design. He looked exactly like he stepped right out the comic book page. Phenomenal. Aquaman suit. Also, they show you a couple of images in it, but not his total suit. That's coming. But if you take a look at the steals, it looks phenomenal. And I love the line also at the end of the trailer when Cyborg said, I read about you or heard about you. I didn't think you're real. He said, I am when, I think Batman said, I am when I need to be, or sometimes when it needs to be. And that's true. I love that line, because keep in mind, sometimes we forget Batman is really a myth to a lot of people. They hear about him, but they don't see him. Batman mainly comes out at night, similar to a vampire, And you remember, like in Justice League War in the new DC 52, they was wondering if he really existed. A lot of times it was like back in his mythology, so they're doing that right. I love the fact that Batman is bringing this group together. In other mythologies, sometimes other interpretations, he's been a part-timer, but I really love the fact that he's bringing them together. I think if they would have had Superman bringing together, it makes more sense now that they did kill Superman off temporarily. Because what if Superman were to come, and they could have possibly done like a Xavier Magneto from X-Men First Class, but it makes more sense that Batman is doing it. Because Batman is human. People can understand. You know, he talks business a lot as Bruce Wayne. Wonder Woman, her recruiting. Many of them don't know that the power that she has just yet. So it makes more sense. So it looks phenomenal. Superman is not in the trailer yet. I did expect that. But this is the thing about Superman. They'll probably save him for a big reveal in the later trailers. I say we probably won't see Superman in the trailer maybe until trailer 3, the final trailer, trailer 4. But we could be surprised. Don't get me wrong. So this trailer for me, on a scale of 1 to 10, honestly, don't get me wrong. I want to be careful about trailers. There are trailers that can get you hyped up. But this, as just talking about a trailer, footage, it did it for me. I'm not going to go all into the movie yet. But it did it for me. And honestly, on a scale from 1 to 10, I would really rate this trailer. It's a 10 for me. Honestly, it's sold on me. So then the next trailer, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's trailer is phenomenal. I love the opening of Wonder Woman's trailer. The vibrant background. It looked beautiful. Her and Chris Pine, you know, who's playing Steve Trevor, was out on the lake. That was just a beautiful scene. I love the vibrant colors of Wonder Woman. This is how Wonder Woman is definitely supposed to be. What I like about all this stuff, the latest Suicide Squad trailer and everything, somebody said something very wise. Perry Nemiroff, if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, forgive me, sweetheart, for saying your name wrong. She said a very wise line. What she likes about DC is getting their house in order, but it's natural how they're doing it. It's not like they're just trying to please everybody. What I respect about what Warner Brothers did with DC Comics is this. They admitted that they made a big mistake with Batman v Superman. Now, the extended version, the only mistake they did with that is they didn't release it in theaters. But from that, onto the Justice League trailer, onto Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, they are on the right track. And I say bravo Warner Brothers, bravo DC Comics. Keep it up. Because what you have, these trailers that you dropped in the movies this past weekend at Comic-Con were phenomenal. And so I'm happy as a fan. I love it. And these are characters that I grew up off of. DC Comics characters were full of hope and inspiration when I grew up off of them. And watching back in the 2000s, Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, and catching all those other great series in the 90s, like Batman animated series, Superman animated series, Batman Beyond everything, to the Batman the Brave and Bold. These are series, Young Justice, all these series are full of hopefulness. That's how the comic books are, and their movies are headed to the direction. I love it. Great job with it. I also love some of the trailers I caught from the Marvel side. Doctor Strange. Love that trailer. I don't even know. I've been studying more about Doctor Strange the last couple of years. Definitely pick up his animated movie. If you've never seen it before, it came out last decade. You'll learn a lot of good stuff about Doctor Strange. I actually caught it on sale when Best Buy a couple of months ago had it marked down to $3 on the DVD. I will still buy DVDs when I see something that is probably hard to find. DVDs are a good low price. So, hey, I still go back and buy them sometimes. Pick up a Doctor Strange, and you'll learn about it. But the trailer, my favorite part of that trailer, when he puts the cape on and it just attaches on with his magic. I mean, that was phenomenal. Definitely look forward to Doctor Strange this November. Another new Marvel Studios montage, the DC Comics also. This is just something where I love what both DC and Marvel are doing. If you're sitting there saying, well, DC is trying to copy Marvel, cut it out. Everybody mimics one another. I love the fact that DC is going bright. It's taking me back to, like Patty Jenkins said, to when she first seen Superman the movie, and it inspired her to be a director. And I love when DC, they brought the DC directors out on stage. That was phenomenal. And they're letting you know, fans, we're doing this for real. This is for not only, of course it's a business, but they're doing it for a legacy, and they're also doing it for us. And that was phenomenal. The Spider-Man footage, I did hear about the footage. They got to show the Vulture is the main villain in the film. No word yet if it is Michael Keaton. I do believe it is. It's still kind of funny to me. I I'm still hoping Michael Keaton one day will return back to DC, but he'll always be Batman. But he may be the Vulture in this, so that looks pretty sweet. I got to go back and read up more on the Guardians of the Galaxy footage and stuff like that. Those are things they kept just pretty much just for the fans there. But it's a lot of phenomenal things. But I love what Marvel Netflix did with the television series, with combining all them, the trailers, the announcements about Iron Fist, Daredevil season coming. John Bernthal was there with the Punisher, Jessica Jones footage. But Luke Cage stole the show at the end playing the ODB song. I just love the way he walked through there. He was like, honestly, he was like a black Superman, and I loved it. So I really love that. DC's television, the DC television universe, most definitely not to leave them out. In some ways, they didn't make the impact I think a lot of people thought they were going to do, but they still made a very good impact. Their trailers was on point, especially the Flash trailer. Phenomenal trailer, and you see already Barry some tough stuff that's cooking up there. It's going to be different because you remember what happened at the last one. You see the reverse Flash ad. I believe I call this Flashpoint. Very interesting thing when Reverse Flash said at the end, now who's the villain Flash? So some very interesting stuff. I love the Green Arrow trailer, put together the new team. It looks like they're getting built up. He's putting that team together. Looks like Green Arrow got a new costume. Going back with the long sleeve. And for me, I love the long sleeve look of Green Arrow. The short sleeve was cool, but I definitely love that long sleeve look. So we'll see where this goes. I really think they're trying to take Green Arrows back to basics. Getting that show back in gritty and hardcore. That fits Green Arrow. News, of course, Wentworth Miller has signed on to be on every show in the DC television universe. So has John Barrowman. But recently also Katie Cassidy has also. So they will be appearing on all 4 shows. Don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but it'll be very interesting. I'm all for it. So that's going to be interesting. Don't think they had any Supergirl footage. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody put the comment at the bottom if they did. But they had a lot of great interviews. It was great seeing the cast of Supergirl and the new Superman was there and everything. Speaking of Superman, Henry Cavill, I love the way he did the Frank on Suicide Squad. Came out as a fan, put another DC character, Vertigo DC Comics, V for Vendetta mask on. That was phenomenal how he did that. Suicide Squad, Margot Robbie and everything, signed the shirt. Him shaking hands with Jared Leto, Will Smith, Scott Eastwood. And I'm like, you can tell these guys are really treating it as one big happy family. These are actors. We got to realize they probably are going to be working together for a long time. Whether they're in the same movie, doing the same events, because Henry Cavill, don't get me wrong, I want these actors to play these characters for a very long time. They could play these characters for the next 10 years or longer. We'll see, because it's like the same thing on the Marvel side. Look how long so far Chris Evans is playing Captain America, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Iron Man, rightfully so, and I love that. I do understand sometimes things change. People are ready to step down. People are ready to move on to other projects. We got to realize, Ben Affleck, this is the beginning. He's starting out his career, this current career as Batman. Henry Cavill has been doing now Superman, which got the debut of 2013, but he's been working on it even before then. So Gal Gadot is starting as Wonder Woman, and this is phenomenal. I love this. So definitely love it. I definitely want to get to see Jared Leto play the Joker numerous times, because you've got to really think about the Joker with that role. Up to date, Cesar Romero, the late great Cesar Romero, was the only actor probably who got to play the Joker numerous times. And think back, that dates back to the 60s. He's the only one who really got to do that, because he got to play it in various episodes of Batman, back to 60s Batman and its 1966 movie. Jack Nicholson played the Joker in Batman 1989, phenomenal performance, but he only got to play it once. Rumor he was supposed to came back in Batman Returns, that didn't happen. He was supposed to came back later on in another Batman movie, that didn't happen. The late great Heath Ledger won the Academy Award for that. He only got to play the Joker once, and he was supposed to came back if he had to live for the third Batman movie in the Nolan trilogy, but everything happened for a reason. Phenomenal performance. I still say the best bad guy performance in the history of superhero movies. But now Jared Leto could do something similar to what Cesar Romero did live action and Mark Hamill has done in animation. Jared Leto could get to play the Joker numerous times, and I definitely want to see that. I definitely want to see him get to play the Joker numerous times, whether it's in Suicide Squad, on a Batman movie, making an appearance in Justice League. So I look very forward to that. And so I'm just happy. It was like Christmas for me over the weekend. Seeing what DC and Marvel, those studios, those companies presented, what Warner Brothers presented with DC Comics, and also their other films. I like the King Kong trailer also. Also, of course, what Marvel Studios presented. It wasn't a whole lot of Fox this year, but they did present Legion. So that was interesting. Gotham on another DC side was presented. So it was just a great Comic-Con. Henry Cavill said the best Comic-Con to him ever so far. And that says a lot. And I think 2017 is going to be a very special year for movies. We still got 2016 to go. And so those are the things that I wanted to talk about. I really enjoy these trailers. Really enjoy these studios are doing. They're bringing on the right talents. And what I like is these studios are listening to us. And that means it's understand they can't give us everything we want. And people understand it sometimes. It is a business. But what I like, they'll listen to us. This is how you build your legacy. There's a reason why, these franchises like Star Wars and have legacies, because now I'm not going to go all into the George Lucas stuff, but guys like J.J. Abrams, guys like Christopher Nolan when he did the Dark Knight trilogy, these guys still do things to their vision, but they do reach out to the fans, and find out what the fans want. Kevin Feige listens and stuff to find out what the fans want. Jeff Johns does. I think that's a phenomenal thing to do, and my props go out to him. Thank you both. Thank you, Warner Brothers, DC Comics, Marvel Studios, or Disney, and everything. You're bringing not only entertainment, you're bringing in lifelong memories that's going to last a lifetime. There are going to be times people are going to look back 20 years from now and say, man, I remember at Comic-Con when they did this. Because as a young man, I look back, it's hard to believe it was that long ago in 1989 I saw that Batman movie come out. It's hard to believe it's already been now 8 years since The Dark Knight did its thing, 4 years since The Avengers did its thing. All these years since I've seen the first Spider-Man movie, and looking way back since the first time I seen Superman the movie. And that's what it's all about. You're not just making movies, you're building legacies. When people pop your movie in years from now, whether it's a year from now, years from now, from that release when they finally get to buy and own it to a release way down the line, that's what it's all about. I love it, and keep it going. And that's pretty much it for the show. I do want to do a review of Star Trek Beyond coming up pretty soon. I went to see that Saturday. I was going to do a review on it today, but I got caught up with the Comic-Con stuff. But with the Star Trek Beyond, try to get that done later. Well, put your comments. What are some of your favorite moments at Comic-Con 2016 this year, whether you attended it or not, or whether you watched it on the web, such as many other people, whatever like that. Subscribe to this channel. Put any comments or whatever like that you want to put up here. Keep it positive and clean the best way you possibly can. And I'm grateful for seeing that. And thank you for tuning in again to Access Channel Comics. And remember, be good to yourself and be good to others. And keep these comic books and superhero movies and all these great movies coming along. And remember, Access Channel Comics, we want you to know there are many, there are few, but there are none like you. Be safe, God bless, and peace.